Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced Stream, Sarah's Back Edition. I am Richard at Richard on the MakeCode Forum.
Jay Wonder on the MakeCode Forum.
And I'm Sarah at Sarah on the MakeCode Forum.
And I apologize if I sound a little congested or sick or whatever, because I'm getting over a cold. But, yeah. Anyway, today we're working on Hollow Knight. Also, if I'm just like lower energy than usual, that is the reason why. We are working on our Hollow Knight game. So where we left off last time was we were doing a dash, which we have working. So I am dashing. There's like no visual indication that you're dashing, but you can see that I like stop falling and just move at a constant speed for a while when I double press the buttons. And where we left off with it was we were going to add an animation for it. So we were going to make it so that your sprite changes while it's happening. So let's do that. In the meantime, how is your vacation, Sarah? You can be as non-specific as you want.
It was good. I went to the East Coast and I saw a bunch of fall leaves, and it was really nice. Ate a lot of good food too. I saw friends. And it was a fun time.
I haven't been to the East Coast in a long time.
Do you miss it at all?
Not particularly. It's fine. Okay.
I very much enjoyed it, but I think I'm just so California coded that the cold, it gets me.
Oh, you like that it's cold over there?
No, like it gets to me.
Oh, I see.
It was fine. It wasn't terrible or anything. It was in the 50s, which is pretty like moderate for fall winter time for most places.
That is ideal temperature. That is not cold.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cold for me. And I came back and it was 90 degrees the day I came back. The following day was 80, and so it's just like, I don't know. We're having a good time out here.
All right. So I've got ahead and put in this little dash animation. So we do this. Now, there's a problem with this, which is I set the animation, but I never turn it off. So now when we walk, we're just a little ghost guy.
I like the ghost guy.
So let's actually also round off the ghost guy a little bit, I think. Just like get rid of these 2 pixels in every frame. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. Oh. So originally I thought I was sick because of vaccine, but I generally don't react to vaccines. And I'm pretty sure I just was sick because it kind of started the night before. But I also got my vaccine, so I have a sore arm. But you should also get vaccines. Do not let me discourage you. Get vaccines. But all right.
Yeah, the vaccines this time around did me in a little bit.
I never have reactions to them. I did to like the first COVID shot I ever got, and that is the only vaccine that has ever given me a reaction. So, and it wasn't.
That's very nice.
Yeah, yep. If I have one superpower, it's that. Okay. So we need to reset our animations after we do this. So we're going to go into our create player function. And we're going to refactor this a little bit. So we're going to make another function. We're going to call this reset animations. And we're just going to grab this animation part and stick it in there. This back up here. And then we're going to go ahead and call that inside of our function. And we're going to do it over here as well. So when we finish, we'll just call this reset animations. All right. So now we can dash, and we go back to normal walking. There we go. Cool. All right. Well, nice. What's next? We've got Oh, we need to turn this into an unlock. So right now it's always on, but we need to make it something that you have to get to unlock. So what do you get that lets you dash? Joseph?
I think. Wait, are you talking about this game or in Hollow Knight?
I know what you get in Hollow Knight. Well, no,
Okay.
actually, I don't remember what you get in Hollow Knight, but
I
mean
don't
in this
remember
game.
in Hollow Knight either. In this game, I think it should be a snail that is following you that you drop behind you because you're afraid of snails, and so it makes you run faster.
Okay, so this is my fault for throwing to Joey. But by the way, Sarah, does Joey sound like a robot to you? I never know if it's just me or.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
No,
Okay.
yeah, he sounds like a robot.
This
My
happens to
computer
you a
was being
lot.
slow.
This happens to you a lot, Joey. Like
Okay.
I'd say every stream you turn into a robot.
Okay.
So this may be something you have to figure out at some point.
That's fine. I can be a robot sometimes.
But then one day people will come to watch for Joey's robot voice, and then Joey's robot voice will be gone. What are they gonna do?
It's honestly less like you're a robot, more like you're like just like cutting out for every. You're spending like half time silent and half time speaking. Like it just keeps.
Let me see it changing one of the mics on here.
So
I'll second Joey's snail idea though.
I'm not going to
just
do the
saying.
snail, guys.
What snail is this thing? I'm just
Yeah, you're way better. This is
Okay.
fast. Yeah. Because I think that while I agree it's fun, it's cute, I don't think that the animation that we have indicates that a snail is dropping behind you, so you're running away. And two, I don't think that it would be clear to somebody that picking up a snail would lead to this behavior. All right?
Well, that's why we have the text on the screen to explain you are afraid of snails, and so this sends you flying.
Gosh, guys. Okay.
Yeah, every single time you pick one up, you get the splash on the screen.
But so the other thing is
the upgrade is one time. It's the same snail. It actually teleports back to you after the dash.
okay, so that was going to be my question. So this is the magic snail that returns to your pocket is what we're going with here. Guys, I don't know if we can it's just all right.
See, look how
Is he
cute it
actually
is.
gonna do it?
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh my gosh! Richard never goes along with our ideas.
I have to every once in a while.
Plus, I think secretly he knows that this was a pretty good one.
No.
Is it not funny that a snail, which is typically associated with being slow, is your dash? I think that's just a solid thing.
Agreed.
All right. Well, let's just figure this out. So we're going to duplicate this guy right here. And we're going to change this to a snail tile. We want to do set item. We want to show the item unlock animation. So this is going to be dash snail. Scares you. So you dash forward. And we're going to go ahead and put this as dash as our thing right here. And we need to go ahead and clear this if it's already unlocked. So reminder, the way that works is these are items that you pick up once and then they're saved to your save file. So I already have wall jumps unlocked, but if I press menu to reset my state, hit refresh, then we got the climbing hook over here. So we get the climbing hook again, we get the animation, it says climbing hook. Lets you jump off walls. Great. Press A, this goes away, and now I have this forever. So if I reset the game, I still have it. So we're doing the same thing up here, and we need to clear this tile if it's already been unlocked. So we're going to go ahead and do dash and we want to clear the snail. All right, now over here, so we set dash to true. We need to not call initialize wall jumps because we're not doing that. I don't think we actually need to initialize anything. We're just going to go over to our do a dash, and we're just going to put all of this inside of a check for is feature unlocked dash. So now, double press, nothing happens. But I can jump up here. Dash snail. Scares you, so you dash forward. Now I can dash. And if I refresh, I can still dash. And it's still gone. Okay. All right, we have 2 unlocks now. I think the last unlock we wanted to do was double jumping. So I ask you, what makes you double jump? Sarah, I'm throwing to you this time.
A different kind of snail.
Sarah, come on.
Okay, so
Look, okay, so the way this works is I'm fine with you guys doing joke things.
we
All
have to
right,
do fun
it's
things
great. You have to meet me halfway, okay?
Okay. I mean,
I'm sorry. I just honestly
can't
can't think of anything.
Some bug wings would be pretty nice, I think. Like some exoskeleton type of wings.
Okay, we'll do some butter.
They're weak, so you can only do it like once. But then maybe you can get an upgrade later, and you can do a triple jump if you want to. I don't know.
Sure. All right.
You want to get fancy?
I like that.
So luckily, this is very easy.
Sorry, Richard. I'm just still in vacation brain. It's waking up.
I don't
now.
believe you, Sarah. I think you absolutely would have done that if, regardless.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so we're going to do initialize multi-jump. This function right here. We're going to go ahead and put this in here. And we want to call this right next to when we initialize our
Oh, hi, Woof Woof. I don't think you said
wall
hi.
jumps. I think I said hi. Hi, Woof Woof.
Oh, you did? Did you? Okay, maybe I'm just dumb.
Maybe I did. I'm sorry if I didn't.
I think I heard it. It was
Okay.
really fast though.
Initialize multi-jump. So inside here, to initialize multi-jump, all we have to do is set default value for in-air jumps to 1. And this is already on. It's actually been on the whole time, so I should be able to do a double jump now. Great. Now, one thing to note is I realized yesterday that jump cancellation affects in-air jumps. So it means I can do this where I have this like little half jump, or if I'm falling, I can just kind of like stop in midair if I tap really fast. So I'm going to change that for the extension. I don't think anyone actually wants that. I think when you do a double jump, you always want to do the full height of the double jump. You don't want to have it be cancelable like you do with a normal one. And like I don't know of a game that lets you cancel it like that. So I am going to change that, but for now it's not like broken or anything. Well, it does feel kind of broken when you're playing the game, but you can still use it. So I'll fix that though. Actually, I've already made the code changes. I just haven't pushed them out. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put this inside of a feature check just like we did before. So put this inside of our function call for is feature unlocked, and do double jump. And we set that right there. Okay. By the way, we're not setting the height for the in-air jump height, but you can do that. There's in-air jump height. I'm just fine with the default, so we're leaving it like that. Okay, so we need to go ahead and make a tile for this one as well. So come in here and we're going to make some little butterfly wings, I guess. In 8 pixels, 8 by 8 pixels. I feel like I need to like look up. Oh wait, they're butterfly wings in Hollow Knight. Ah, whatever.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe these are moth wings.
Sure. You can make them
Those
moth
are
wings.
legally distinct.
In that case, we're gonna make them lunar moth wings.
Oh, okay.
Because
Oh,
lunar
those ones
moths
are cool.
Are cool.
Those are so cool. Okay, now question: if you had wings, what kind of wings would they be? They could be insect or birds.
I think I'd go birds. I don't know. Lunar moth is a good choice. But
It is pretty cool. I think I'd go owl just because I really like owls.
I'd go crow wings.
Did you read what's it called? Guardians of Gahul or something? I think is the name of the book, Sarah.
Would I or did I?
Did you?
No, I didn't.
okay.
That was one that I'd never like.
Honestly, I'm surprised.
myself up
I would
to
have
read.
guessed. I would have guessed that was a Sarah
I was
book.
a Warriors Cats person, so like
okay.
the Guardians of Gahul was just like, to me, it was like the worst version. Which I know it was really good still. I just like never worked up to do.
Okay.
I do have to ask you the question: what would your
Yeah.
warrior cat name be? There's.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. It's been so long since I've read those books.
You thought about this when you were reading those books. I guarantee it.
I mean, yeah, for sure, but that was like 15 years ago. Like,
this sounds like a lot of lies that are leading up to her telling the name that she's known from the second you asked.
I agree.
Like it's just like she doesn't want to admit that she already knew the answer already, so she's just like covering herself for a bit, and then she's like, "Okay, well, it's actually Stormwind Falco." Sorry.
We're not
I'm
ending this stream
vamping.
today without you saying what you're.
Or is the answer that you can't tell us because you've already written like 18 web novels about it, and you do not want us to find out your pen name?
I wish that was the case. That would make me so much cooler. No, I just actually don't want. Like the first thing that comes to mind is like Purple Leaf, but like I don't think any of
No,
those
that's
cats had
not-
like colors in their names.
No.
And that's kind of lame.
Yeah, you're a warrior cat.
What do you mean? There's like Blue Leaf? You have Blue Leaf. Actually, there is Blue. I'm so smart. That's my name. It's Purple Leaf. Got him.
Sorry, there's a blue leaf warrior cat.
I'm pretty sure. I think she's the medicine one.
Blue leaf. Okay.
Okay,
all
so
right.
then your name is just a different. It's just a mild.
Maybe not. Maybe it's.
Well, even if blue leaf is an acceptable warrior cat name, it's not acceptable that you're just
like ripping off and like being like the.
Crap! Oh, dang it. I don't know. I'm just like, I guess I'm just now trying to think of like other warrior cats' names. Like the other thing came to mind is like Fire. I forget their middle name. It's like Firepaw. And I'm like, well, then I could just be Earthpaw. Just like that's dumb too. I don't know, man.
okay. I can think of
You know what? I'll find. Sorry, go ahead.
This is such an easy question, Sarah. All right.
Okay, what is yours then, Richard?
I don't know. Thorn eyes.
Okay.
Spike pelt.
I like Spike Pelt better than Thorn Eyes.
Thorn Eyes kind of just sounds like it hurts. Like I don't like that.
You just
maybe
choose
I can
like
find like an
you
internet
just choose
quiz.
like adjective and then like claw, fang, tooth, pelt, like body part basically.
I mean, you're not wrong. But I'm just like, I wouldn't. So here's the thing. Here's the real answer. I wouldn't be a warrior cat because I'm too baby. Like I could be like a medicine cat, but like I don't want to fight. I don't want to do that.
No one wants
I
to
just want to
fight.
hang out with
Okay?
all the cats.
No one wants to fight. You have to fight as a cat. That's how. If my cats have taught me
But-
anything,
Yeah, that was something I witnessed today too. There was a rare occurrence where both cats jumped in the same basket. They kind of like were like, what do we do now?" and just stared at each other for a bit. And then Athena's like, "Oh gosh, I gotta get out of here." And like they both kind of like bat at each other as like Athena was scrambling off. And I'm like, "Oh gosh." So that was fun. But yeah, I guess they do like to fight.
if that's as bad as your cat fights get, I am happy for you.
Yeah, that's pretty much as bad as they get. It's just because Athena is like knows when to stop fighting, I think.
Oh, it looks like
She's
double
like, "I
jump
can't
doesn't
win."
work after a wall jump. I think that probably I'll add that as a feature, like wall jump reset in air jump or something to turn on.
Yeah.
This I already did. Nope. All right. Yeah, I'll put that in. Okay, cool. Those are the items we had planned for doing unlocks. So collapse blocks for my code. All right, so I think next up we have we're gonna go ahead and clear this off the list.
Should we add an item that makes you 1% faster?
That seems cruel. Just like in Hollow Knight, there's a badge you can equip that makes you faster, and you put it on, and it's like, this is no difference. This is just taking up my badge spot.
I think I vaguely remembered that, and I was like, I think that's right, but either way, I think it'd be funny. But I'm glad that I was right, remembering that was useless.
I mean, it does make you faster, apparently, but not in like a noticeable way. All right. So, I think we want to do boss battle.
Okay, I was gonna say the enemy that walks around and like glues, like just goes around the platform instead of just back and forth.
Maybe we should do that because we might be able to finish that today.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I was coughing and it almost gave me the hiccups. Oh no. That's bad to delete. All right. I want to do...
That sounds like a terrible combination.
Yeah. Oh, hey, by the way, Wolf, you'll be interested in this. I fixed the tile disappearing bug, and we're going to release it probably early next week. So look forward to that. Okay. We're going to head over here. We're going to add another enemy tile. So far, our enemy tiles have just been these frowny faces. Let's make this one actually look like the thing it's going to be. So we had, I know I made an image for this. Wolf says, I want to hear all about what the issue was. This one's going to get real technical, but basically we had a cache that was... it had a revision number that it used to keep track of when when the value should be invalidated. And that revision number got reset every time you opened a project. So as a result, if you opened a project, didn't make any changes, and then opened another project, the cache would not get invalidated. And then when the when the field editors in the project went to go look for the item in the cache, it was looking at the cache for the previous project, which caused it to. Yes, you were correct. Yeah, I would have fixed it earlier, but it had never happened to me. And so I didn't think it was that big of an issue.
I think what we're learning is that Richard never opens a project without a purpose.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Because it had never once happened to me. And I found out it's very easy to reproduce. Oh. Joey congratulated me into
Oh no, Joey!
non-existence. All right. So we're going to go ahead and load back into our test room. So our test room is this one, which is 1, 0. Oh, Joey's returned from the void.
My page is just randomly refreshed.
All right. So here we go. We got this little guy right here. So the behavior for this guy is we want them to walk around in circles. So they're going to grab onto the wall and they're just going to keep walking and follow the edge, you know? Flip says classic developer issue when you never do something and then the user does it and everything breaks. Yep. Which is weird because normally I feel like I'm pretty good at knowing the bugs that are in Arcade because I make so many Arcade projects. Because I don't even, I make a lot of stuff that you guys don't even see on stream. I just do it for fun. But yeah, this one, I guess, yeah, it's just a big blind spot for me. Okay, so we're not going to worry about animating this guy first. We're just going to try and make them go around the edge. And so the way we're going to do that is basically we're going to have them be at a location. We're going to have a direction they're facing and a tile they're holding on to. And we're going to make them move one tile, then evaluate their current position, then move another tile, evaluate their current position, and keep moving like that. That's the basic idea. And we're going to be using the state extension to make this happen.
Like when you press buttons on the title screen of 90% of MakeCode games and cause an error. Well, you're not supposed to press A on the starting screen. You're supposed to wait patiently.
Yeah, those always make me. Those are always quite funny. I've been thinking that maybe I should just do a forum post being like, "Hey, everybody who has this issue, this is why." Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and spawn a sprite for this guy, and we're gonna make a function for this. So I'm actually just going to duplicate this make crawler function, and we're gonna call this guy climber, I guess, because climbs on stuff. And we're going to give him the image from the tile. So and make this 8x8, paste that in there, and we need to fill it in for hitbox purposes. So just fill it in like that. And then we can delete 2 pixels, 2 rows off this. There we go. All right. So we're not gonna, like I said, we're not gonna be worrying about animating this guy right now. Actually, we're making it a platformer sprite. There is no reason for us to do that. We're gonna go ahead and just make them a normal sprite. So in Hollow Knight and in our game, these guys are not affected by gravity, and they do not experience knockback. So you can't hit them off what they're climbing on. So we do not need this to be a platformer sprite. Remember, we only use platformer sprites when we want them to be affected by gravity, pretty much. Okay, I'm gonna grab these, and we're gonna grab this, and we're gonna grab this, and yeah, that's all good. Delete all that. All right. Oh, this bug. This bug has been fixed, but hasn't been released yet. All right, so I'll just pull these out, and we'll just redo it. So inside of state, we're going to do an on sprite enter, and we're going to change this to temp sprite. We're also going to change the temp sprite up here. Right here. And we're going to do idle first. So idle is like we're not doing anything. And when we're in idle, we're going to do stop all animations on our sprites. And we're going to pull that. We don't need that. So reminder how reminder how the state transitions work. When you set a state on a sprite, this code will run. So this is only going to run when it enters this state. But when you're referencing a sprite inside of here, you want to make sure you're using the sprite that you pull out of here. Even if you have a variable here, you want to make sure that you're pulling out the thing from here. Use the variable. This variable could get reassigned, and then you're going to end up with bugs in your program. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do another state here. So this is going to be walking. And so when we enter the idle state, so we enter the idle state after we're done being damaged and also at the start. So this is where we want to figure out which direction we should be moving in. And we're going to go ahead and change our state to walking. So first, let's figure out which direction we should be moving in. We're going to go ahead and we're going to store some state on our sprite. So first, we're going to store facing. And facing is going to be the number which indicates which direction we're facing. And we're going to use the regular Richard way of doing this. So 0 is up, 1 is to the right, 2 is down, 3 is to the left. And our little guy is facing to the right, so we're just going to initialize this to right for now. The other thing that matters here, though, is not just that we're facing to the right. We need to know which tile we're grabbing onto. And so this will matter for a scenario like this. Imagine I'm in here. Well, I could be facing the right on the top, or I could be facing the right on the bottom. And that matters as soon as I get to this point over here, because I need to know, am I just going to keep going, or should I be turning here? So we need to know which tile we're like clinging to. And so for now, we're just going to go ahead and set another variable. We're going to call this tile or wall direction. And we're going to set this to be downwards, which is 2. All right. So with that, we're going to go over here, and we're going to say, what is our facing direction and what is our wall direction? And we need to grab the... What am I looking for here? Oh, whenever I need sprite data, I look inside of sprite utils. So we're going to start with our wall direction. So if our wall direction is 0, that means we're on the ceiling. If our wall direction is, put this inside of an else if. If our wall direction is 1, that means we're on the right side. Otherwise, we're on the left side. I'm sorry, we're on the down side. Otherwise, we're on the left side. So, oh, whoops. Got one too many blocks there. Okay. So inside here, we need to now handle all of our different moving direction cases. So I'm just going to duplicate this. Oh, whoops. That didn't duplicate what I wanted it to. That was weird. Oh, no, it did. It just put it down here. Let's see. So we're going to do facing. And there we go. Okay. So we don't actually need to check which direction we're facing. We only need to check the ones that are like orthogonal to this one. And let's actually not start with down. We're going to start with right, because that's the one we are actually starting with. So we only need to actually check in this case. Sorry. We want to check wall direction down. So we only need to actually check the opposite direction we're at. So we just need to do are we facing to the right, or otherwise we're facing to the left. We should never be in a state where we are on the top of a wall and we're going upwards, you know? or we're on top of a wall and we're moving downwards, because that would be moving us off of the tile that we're on. So if we're facing to the right, then we are just going to go into sprite utils. We're going to grab the move block. And we're going to grab the tile block right here and do tile map location right of. And then in here, we want to grab the tile map location of our sprite. Like that. And then in this other one, we're going to do to the left. Okay. Great. So we're going to go ahead and actually create the sprite now. Let's go to our on map loaded. Go to all of our climber locations. And we're going to call make climber and pass it our location. There we go. So it's not doing anything. And that's because we haven't set the initial state on our guy. So we're going to go ahead and do change state to, put it down here. You need to put this at the end of your function so that it's after the states have been defined. And we're going to change this to idle. And now he should move to the right one tile. There we go. So move to the right one tile. Pretty great. All right. So that's wonderful. We obviously want him to keep going. Right?
Yeah.
And so the way that we can do this, it's kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure what the best way to handle this is. So we could just do this based off of the time, right? So we can just say change state to walking and then change state to idle in 100 milliseconds. And maybe that'll be smooth enough. Certainly looks smooth right now.
Yeah.
I worry that we're going to have some error that's going to like creep in, you know?
Yeah. I mean, should it be continuing to go off? Because it wasn't going off at first, right? Until we did
It was only moving one, but we haven't programmed
one,
the stuff
no.
to turn yet. So
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Okay. Cool. All right. So let's do that. So when we're moving to the right, right now we're just always moving to the right. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to inspect the tile that is in this direction. And if that tile is not a wall, then we know we need to turn. So we're going to go ahead and go into scene, grab an is wall. And we're going to put this right here. We're going to do tile map location, bottom of the tile map location over sprite. So if it is a wall, this is what we want to do. Otherwise, we are going to move to the location bottom of where we currently are. And we are going to change our wall direction. So let's go ahead and set our facing direction to be down, and we want to set our wall direction to be left. So down is 2, and left is 3. There you go. So now we should see it move and then go down. And oh, I actually kind of expected it to stop. I'm surprised it didn't. Yeah, why didn't it stop?
Wait, why would it have? Because we're only writing any code at all for the right case right now, right? No.
Yeah, but I changed the wall direction right here.
Right.
So this should no longer hit, and it should just stop.
Yeah, the move to. Okay, no, interesting.
Yeah. wonder if it's
Oh, no. Because we did change facing from. Wait, we changed facing to.
2, which is down.
Yeah. Oh, I see. It was hard to read because I'd seen wall direction facing up there and got them mixed up.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do the left moving one, and we're going to change our wall direction to be right instead, which is 1. But otherwise, it's the same. We want to start moving downwards. Cool. Okay. Well, let's just ignore why we're continuing on, and we're going to start doing the other directions, and then we can fill this in later. So next up, we want to do, if we're grabbing the wall to the left of us. So we're going to duplicate this, put it in here, and because we're grabbing to the left, we only need to worry about moving up or down. So we're going to set this to be 0. So this is moving upwards. And then we're going to set this one to be downwards. But first, we're grabbing the wall to the left. So we want to be checking the left here. And then right here, if there is a wall to the left, we want to move upwards. So we're going to set this to top. Otherwise, if we are on the left and we are moving upwards and there is no tile to the left of us, we want to turn left. So we want to change this to left. We want to set our facing to be left, which is 3, and we want to set our wall direction to be down. It's going to be 2.
Hey, Geometry DG. I'm making the first song for my rhythm, a boss song. First track from the game is going to be the song Marble Blue. I don't know that song.
Yeah, I don't know that song either.
Excited? Sounds good.
All right. So we're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to change this to bottom. We're going to change this one to left. So this is if we are moving, we're on the left side and we're moving downwards. We want to turn left and we want to change our facing to be left again, which is 3, but we want to set our wall direction to be the top, which is 0. Okay, so we should see him turn around now, theoretically, but nope. All right, so something weird's going on here.
Well, didn't you just do it for the left case? Like, shouldn't it be on the right?
No, we're grabbing on the
just
left
turn-
here. Like, so when we transitioned, we set our wall direction to left right here, right? So this is us moving to the right, and then we see, is there no bottom? So then we start moving downwards. And then we set our facing to 2, which is downwards, and we set our wall direction to 3, which is the left. And then this is the case for wall direction equals 3. And yeah, so I guess what we're going to do here is we're just going to do some console logs. See what values we're getting. Oh, I know what it's happening. Well, we did the classic temp sprite instead of using the local variable.
Gotcha.
That's important. For all the
You
reasons
even
I just
said it
explained.
before we
Yep.
started.
I
Yeah.
It's such an easy mistake to make.
It was foreshadowing.
Yep. All right. So let's see. There we go. We now have them move, and then we go right, and then when they start going left again, we stop because we haven't programmed that one yet.
Mm-hmm. They're nice and smooth going around.
Yep. All right, so let's do that one now. So that is the wall direction top. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this. And here we do want these two facing directions. So if we are facing one that's facing to the right, so if we're facing to the right, then we want to check, is there something to the top of us? And if there is something to the top of us, then we just want to move to the right. Otherwise, we want to move up. And let's see, so we're on the top, we're facing to the right, we move upwards. So we are now facing the up direction, which is 0, and our wall direction is on the left, which is 3. Now, for this one, we want to go ahead and do that same top check, and we want to make this one be left. So if we are on the top and we're moving to the left and we don't have a thing anymore. We now want to move upwards. So we're going to change our facing direction to 0. And we're going to change our wall direction to be the right, which is 1. So that's right. And then we want to move upwards. So change that to top. So now we should go around and stop right here. There we go. And now finally, whoops, that's not right. I want to grab this entire thing. We'll grab this one, actually. All right. There's some weird stuff happening. I don't know if you've...
It's kind of fun.
Oh, I know what's happening. I was like, why is our player dying? And I was like, oh, we gave this guy kind player, so it's hitting the spikes, and that's killing us.
Yeah.
So we need to make this guy an enemy. All right. So now he's doing this fun thing, and then he's hitting the spikes and dying. All right. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this last case. So our last case, oh, shoot, which is the one I just copy-pasted? Okay, wait. We did 0. Did we do 1? I don't think we did 1.
I got so overwhelmed, like, as you were copying things, so I have no idea.
All right. Yeah, no, we didn't do this one. Okay, so this should be right. And then, let's see, facing should be... Let's see, that should still be left. Okay, wait. All right, let me think this through, actually. So we're on the right side. If facing equals 0, we're moving upwards. So if the one to the right is wall, we move upwards. Otherwise, if it's not, then we want to move to the right. And so we want our facing to 1, and we want our wall direction to be down, which is 2. Okay. Now for this one, we want to do the right check again. You can see we've now completed for our little test case here. So for this one, we want to move top. Otherwise, we want to, so if the tile map to the location to the right of us is wall, we're moving downwards. We want to move right. We want to set our facing to 1 again, but we want our wall direction to be top, which is 0. All right, cool. And we did it. All right, so we did it. Now, can anyone tell me what the problem with this code is?
It's a lot to look at, but
it is a lot to look at.
It only goes clockwise and not counterclockwise.
Sure, that is a problem. Though actually, if we were to set our facing right here to be the other direction, it should work just fine. So if we change this to 3.
Would it work fine? Yeah, I guess it should.
Oh, okay, wait. Well, we have a mistake, but it should. Okay, wait. So the mistake
is... Yeah, it should work.
Order.
I guess it does make sense.
Yeah, when we're on the right, looks like we have the... Which case is failing here? Yeah, looks like it's when we're on the wall to the right. So when our facing direction is 1, and we are moving downwards, that's this case. If the one to the right is a wall, then we want to move down, not up. There we go. Okay. So works in both directions. All right. The answer to this question, which I did not expect you guys to get because it was an unfair question, kind of, was this will work for the outside of platforms, but this will not work for inside corners.
Yeah. So
and that's because, yeah, we need to like look ahead to see if there is a corner and then turn the opposite direction if that is the case. But we're out of time for today, so we'll be doing that next time. For now, though, we can go ahead and create a test case for us. So let's go ahead and edit our map over here. I'm going to delete a bunch of stuff.
Guys, is it a good idea if I store the songs and the charts within a 3D array?
Sure. I mean,
if that's what you need to store it as, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind, coding that, that's all good. Okay, so we changed our maps. Now we have this outside guy and we have this inside guy. And as you can see, the inside guy is just, flummoxed.
Just a very sad fellow.
Is, doing just fine. So, all right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I am Richard. I'm going to go take a nap. And Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I didn't know that was your nickname. I'm Joey. That does sound nice, but I need to do a little bit more work.
And I'm Sarah at Sarah on the MakeCode forums, and I also want a nap, but should probably do work.
For the record, I'm not slacking off. I'm sick. I have an excuse.
That's fair.
So,
yeah, I know. Yeah, I understand.
But we'll be back on Monday. Reminder, we're not going to have stream on Wednesday, so don't be watching for us then. But we should be on Monday and on Friday. So see you later, everybody.
See you.